Hello, hello, hello to my party people out there in Radio Land. Welcome to this week's transmission as the spring continues. Okay, so another nature related topic, but this is so deep. I'm telling you, we talking about the nature of roots. Oh my gosh, this is so deep. This just came to me today, which I don't do these things published live, so by the time you hear it, it won't be the same day. But it's fresh information from me. So, the function of roots in nature, right? How do roots function? They keep the trees grounded, they keep plants grounded, they keep people grounded, right? Keep you tied to your origin. That's what roots do in a physical and a literal sense, right? Your hair roots, the roots of your hair, like they keep things anchored. They are critical to any entity on which they grow, right? You can't just be like, no, I'll just take my roots out, right? It don't even sound right even saying, right? It's painful. The function of roots in humans, right, is tied to our culture, our family, our origins, our truths, right? Our ultimate truths, and our essence. Now, trees are majestic givers. They're the keepers of our planet. They are literally keeping us alive, watching over us, right? Providing medicine, food, housing, comfort, oxygen, everything. Like we would die without trees. Yet they cannot live without their roots, right? You uproot a tree, it's dead, it's done. Even if the roots are still intact, right? So if you cut down a tree, you take it away from its roots, it's going to die. If you uproot a tree, you take it out of the ground, right? Even if its roots are still intact, it's going to die. If you damage the roots and the tree is no longer, the tree becomes sick, right? No longer healthy. And it cannot thrive without strong roots. Plants with damaged roots suffer all the way to the top, right? The entire plant or the entire flower is negatively impacted by damage to the roots, even at the bottom, right? It could be many, many feet below the top of the tree. But the entire tree, the structure of the entire tree, the biological structure, as well as the physical structure of the tree is compromised when the roots of the trees are damaged, right? Even if the tree is hundreds of feet tall, right? Even the leaves at the very top, they're all compromised when the roots ain't right. Okay, you probably see where this is going. Given that humans use the term roots to relate to their own background, right? And I'm specifying in English, every language that I've learned has an equivalent. So it's not a coincidence, but we talk about English right now. We like to liken ourselves to trees. Then we must comply with the rules of roots, right? So if as humans we have decided to take on that that concept, right? Roots existed before us. We saw how roots functioned in the natural world and said, "Oh yeah, humans have roots. We got roots, my roots," right? That not the other way around. So if we're going to take that on as aspects of ourselves, then we got to follow the rules set by roots, right? So that means examining how they function and how they thrive. The rules of roots. You can't mistreat roots. You can't abuse your roots. You can't cut them off as much as you would love to. Can't do that. You cannot abandon your roots. You cannot ignore your roots. You cannot run from or flee your roots. You cannot refuse to understand your roots. I'm going to say that again. You cannot refuse to understand your roots. You can't trade your roots. You can't manipulate your roots. You can't give your roots away. You cannot dilute your roots, right? You can't sell your roots. Can't sell them, right? Can't barter your roots. You must never allow your roots to become lost or dangerously entangled, as what happens with trees sometimes. They become entangled in man-made structures. They become entangled in gutters and pipes that we put underground in their home, right? But what happens to the roots usually when that happens? They end up getting cut, right? We end up cutting them for our own benefit. You must honor your roots. You must nourish your roots. You must remember your roots. You must also remember that if you are running from your roots, that which you are, that which you have origin to, your truth, your essence, then you are running in the wrong direction. You cannot run away from your roots. You cannot leave the task of caring for and nurturing your roots to an outsider, because they are your roots and they will not appreciate or value your roots as much as you do. Humans chop roots up that interfere with human structures. That is why it is up to the individual owner of said roots to protect them. And that's all I got to say. Thank you for listening. Have a good week. Remain deeply rooted. Love, live, light, laughter. Bye.